Hello and welcome to another episode of The Art of Kicking Ass Elegantly TV, which is all about learning to kick ass elegantly in business, in fitness, in love and in life. I'm wearing my wind cheater. It's officially the first day this year that I've had to wear a jumper, and I have to say I'm very disappointed because that means the end of our summer is nigh. Fridays, unless I'm delivering my mastermind, is all about I'm up early to go to the gym and I come back and sit nice and comfortably and pump out content all day. So that's what I'm doing today. But before I do that, I just want to chat with you about something I alluded to yesterday, and that is a bit of an aha moment I had a couple of days ago. So what was my aha moment? It really shouldn't have been an aha moment. It should be something that I know because it's something that I teach regularly. And for some reason, I found myself falling into a trap that is pretty common. And, I'm kicking myself because I thought I knew better. But sometimes you just go down a path and then you're a little bit of the way down it before you realize you've made an error in judgment. So for me, that was... my core offering is my 12-month live mastermind program. That's my core offering. When I set about creating this business, that's what it was about, running a couple of masterminds a year. I always had the intention of running the online version of it at some point. But at its core, it was about having a bunch of masterminders and devoting all of my time to them throughout the course of the year. And then something happened. I was going to run some events in Sydney, and the venues are already booked and paid for and all that sort of stuff. And I decided that instead of running one-day events, because I've told myself, I don't want to run a mastermind in Sydney now, so I need to change that event and make it something else. So I was going to make it a 2-day event, which is all about building out your sales funnel. All great stuff, but it's not my core offering. And so I had a lot of resistance around it, but I'm like, no, this is good and it makes sense. And I was trying to kind of make it fit when really it's not my core offering. So I come back to my senses again and I built out my sales page, and my events for Sydney are Let's Do Lunch again, like they should have been. That was the intention all along. And then I faffed about for 6 months pulling events and putting it back together and pulling it again and then changing it and just being ridiculous. And it was, I don't know what it was. I think it was sitting down to plan something, and I thought, you know what? You already have it all mapped out. This is the plan. This is what works. It's been working. Why would you want to change anything? And then I decided I was going to start offering some other things. But you know what? The intention was always just to work with my masterminders, and that was it. And so I've gone back to that. I had a bit of a kick in the bum, and I was training with a girlfriend of mine, and she's an entrepreneur as well. And I said, look, this is what's happening. And she said, I know, I was wondering when you were going to stop that. Like, would have been nice if you had have told me. But yeah, I guess the point is, we always tend to feel like if things are going too well and it feels too easy, that we need to kind of add things so we feel like we're working harder or something. I don't know what it is. But for me, I tried to chop and change things when there really did not need to be any ounce of change. The 12-month mastermind, from the first one to the second one, it's a lot more evolved. It's a lot slicker. It's a much better process. And that's just because I learned and got better at it. The next one, no doubt, will be better again, although I feel like we've pretty much nailed it this time around. And my Let's Do Lunch events, the women have a great time and they get great content. I'm going to tweak it a little bit because I want to make it better than it was last time. But essentially that's what I'm going to stick to. And it felt so easy, and it felt like, cue the angels singing. But it shouldn't have been. It should have been just what I did, because that's just what I do. But of course I made a mess in my head and told myself a story that I needed to do some other things. Anyway, so Sydney is going to be Let's Do Lunch events. So if you are in Sydney and you would like to come along to those Let's Do Lunch events, go to my website, theartofkickingasselegantly.com/Sydney. And if you're in Melbourne, theartofkickingasselegantly.com/Melbourne. Those events will be running in May and June. The Sydney events are going to be running in next month, April. The message that I want you to take away from today, though, is if you find yourself deviating, have a look at where you started, because often the answers are back in the beginning. When you started, when you mapped it out, that's really where it all began. It's where it all began and where you were most excited about the idea and where it all made sense. If I go back and look at my vision, it's all there. It's all there, exactly the way that it panned out last year and the way that it's panning out again this year. So if you feel like you've gone off track, if you're feeling like you're adding bits and pieces, ask yourself why, go back, have a look at your vision, get yourself grounded in that again, and then you'll be feeling like I am, which is on top of the world, and as though, why did I have to put myself through, the confusion and the chaos of trying to do something different when I didn't need to. Anyway, have an awesome day. I'm feeling like I need to turn the heater on, which is devastating. And I'm going to have an awesome day pumping out content. Whatever you're doing, have an awesome day. Bye for now.